What is it that's frightening about a ghost? They have always been with us, whether telling tales around a fireside at night, or watching between our fingers at a late-night movie screening. We've always found terror in spectres from beyond the grave. But why? Is it just fear of physical harm? If anything, surely seeing actual proof of continued existence after death should be something we would be excited to see, to rejoice in, not something to recoil from. But it's not really that, is it? A ghost is not just living its best life after death, having whatever fun and games it wants. A ghost is not one freed from the shackles of life, who can cast off the shroud of mortality and float off into the world to have adventures. To be a ghost is to be trapped. Not just trapped in a place, usually within the cold stone walls of wherever they died, but trapped in time. Society moves on without them. Everything that was once new and modern about them becomes stuck. The clothes they wear are now anachronisms. The culture around them has become alien, incomprehensible, and above all, inaccessible. There is no way of moving forward, of joining in, able to do little more than repeat the aging, narrowing patterns of their lives. In The Devil's Backbone, the shade of the murdered Santee can do nothing but haunt his former friends, his wound forever spilling out into nothingness as civil war rages outside and he aches for revenge. In the others, Grace sequesters herself and her children away in that timeless limbo to hide from her own guilt and remorse, but in doing so becomes the unwitting haunting for the family who live there. And maybe this is the only way for ghosts to break out, even briefly, of that prison of time. They must inject their rage and pain and frustration into our world, our time. And then for a moment, they can be part of existence again. Despite his protestations of a blessed condition, does Candyman really want to be an agent of fear? Does Sadako? For each of them, their power comes from being feared, and their legend being spread. It's all they have left.
I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Without these things, I am nothing.
By forcing themselves through death and terror onto the society that lives on without them, they can once again become part of culture. People will talk about them, tell their story, witness their pain. They can live in the real moment of now, not just an echo of the past. People crave company and community. That's why we still gather around to watch ghost stories in the flickering light of the cinema. We reach for the hand of the person next to us when we are scared to revitalise our sense of belonging. Saddled with the trappings of a culture they can no longer participate in, ghosts can only reach into our fear to feel a part of things again. And ghosts tell us that that fate might be waiting for all of us. And that is why they are terrifying.
It's just the thought of it. Of there being nothing left of you but just enough to repeat the worst moment of your life over and over again.
And who would ever want that?